Good to see you made it back safely. What? Isn't it better that I waited for you? It's kind of a nice little tradition at this point, and it'd be rude if I didn't. Come on. 95 years is nothing. I'm not that impatient. No, I'm actually glad that you got to live out a nice long life this time around. Better than dying to something stupid like a car crash or an illness. Well, Dad says it's a waste of resources to reincarnate people that young. New lives don't come cheap, you know. Besides, you don't get to use bad circumstances as an excuse this time. You had decades to find your soulmate, but you still didn't. Seriously? Dad's not that cruel. Of course your soulmate's been out there this whole time. Hmm, maybe you knew them. Maybe you didn't. Not my problem that you never figured it out. Now, why would I tell you who it is? I'm not here to prop up my competition. You know, regardless of how many times you hypothetically met this person, I can promise you that it doesn't hold a candle to how long I've liked you. Well, it's not like mortals can simply look into the entire lives of others, so it's not exactly a fair game. For the record, I didn't look at everything, just the occasional peek to make sure you weren't having a bad life. Oh, you know, I wish I could just show up to the mortal realm and fix all your problems for you. Dad would probably erase me from existence for meddling. Things could pretty easily get out of hand, and I might accidentally kill someone before it's their time. He'll let me learn how to do it properly one day, after I experience the traditions of death like a mortal does with their soulmate, or whatever. Yep, unfortunately, you and I are in the same boat. Can't cross over into the nicer parts of the afterlife and take over my section of the family business until I find a soulmate of my own. At least give me some credit. I'm not just trying to use you as my free pass. Believe me, you haven't seen the sort of stuff my sisters have tried to pull to convince mortals to like them. And yet, they still don't learn even after Dad calls them out on it. For one, we can't just lie and tell mortals we're their destined soulmates. They'll just end up getting a rude awakening if they try to cross over. So, there's no point. Designated, meaning your mortal soulmate. Doesn't mean that I can't become one for you. You just have to willingly forsake your old one so your ties get severed. Then you gotta agree to be mine. Nah, don't worry about it. Your old soulmate will just be assigned someone else. Kind of a pain with all the extra work, but it's up to you. Oh, you really want me to sell myself short, don't you? Yes. It'll be harder for you to find a soulmate here because you're going to have to work for it. Your designated one just clicks much more easily than anyone else. That and trying to get yourself a new designated mortal soulmate is leagues more difficult than asking for another reincarnation. Let's just say Dad doesn't appreciate it when you think he made the wrong choice for you. Hmm. Well, he makes exceptions for cases like this because his children are way better than any mortal could ever be. So, becoming my soulmate is the biggest compliment you could ever give to him. Come on. Being a god sweetheart has got to be a lot cooler than a mortal's. Hey, it's not the same for me. There's no other gods around to love like that. Besides, I think you're really cute. I guess it would be hard for me to judge which is better, but the same goes for you. No? I mean, if you spent all that time in the mortal realm without someone to love, there's not much that can be done but try to start the search all over. Please don't. I'd rather you stay here and get to know me better. I know you plenty, so it's only fair. I want you to find happiness. Truly, I do, but uh, I'd rather it be with me. Dad at least binds all mortals to someone. You'd probably find your soulmate eventually. Kind of a cruel joke that we don't get any, but it wouldn't be fair, and it's a lesson to be learned. Can't create bonds between humans if we can't do it for ourselves, right? Just because he doesn't give us a soulmate doesn't mean we can't fall in love. That's kind of the point, isn't it? If we didn't, then we wouldn't truly understand how the afterlife works, and we wouldn't be able to help him do his job of giving people the fates they want. No, not everyone wants to find a romantic partner, but that's why that's why not all soulmates are romantic. For some people, it's a friend, or a pet, or it's someone else. Probably not what you wanted to hear, right? Sorry, I can't be specific about yours. If I did, you'd probably know in the back of your head that that's what you're looking for in your next life. It's not fair for everyone else, you know? The only thing I can tell you is that I'd like to be romantic with you. I can give you that if you want a guarantee. Really, I promise it's not just for a cool position working for my dad. If my feelings weren't real, then we wouldn't be able to get past the gate onto that side anyway. So, I guess that would be your proof. The thing is, you'd have to love me too. Take as long as you need to get to know me. You don't have to leave. Dad might mind after a while, but that's only if you keep your soulmate waiting for too long. There's no need to put them through a needlessly cruel cycle of going through several lives, never finding you because you never went back to the mortal realm. If you decide to be with me, you better cut your ties soon so they can be assigned someone new. I don't mean right now, but soon. Give me at least some time to win you over. I don't want you to decide it's not for you one day. I'd feel really bad if I were the reason you had to sacrifice a lot for a new mortal soulmate. So, don't make any hasty decisions. Give it a little time. No more than a few years. Some soulmates don't even live that long. So, do it for them until you're truly ready to let go. A few years is nothing for me, which means I need to start hustling. One or two to sell you on an eternity? That's a lot of pressure. I don't know if the other times we've met really count, but I'll take that as a start. Maybe after all those lifetimes, you've started to appreciate the afterlife a little more at least. Maybe me too.